Greetings and beyond the new. My name is Omni, and welcome to the next installment of What If Iruma Was a Saiyan, Part 1. Okay, let's get into the video. Now, let's see. Where we last left off, okay, so Irma just got to school, entered the gate, then everything goes like in canon until he gets called up to let's see. Oh, yeah. To give the new student speech. His assistant droid tells him is accompanying him on his shoulder. You know, sort of like how Pikachu is on Ash's shoulder from Pokemon. Okay, so yeah. They get to the stand, blah 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 blah. He's told to read that at forbidden spell, I think. Or at least immoral spell. And his assistant droid stops him, then whispers in his ears, explaining why he shouldn't. So he actually rips up the paper. But before he calls over one of his new teachers, which is Calico. Calico sees he's the forbidden or immoral spell, and then he sighs. Then Irma rips it up into small enough pieces where his assistant droid can suck it up and combine it. Process it, and then create a sticker for Calico saying, "Good job, teacher." Sure. Irma takes the sticker, puts it on Calico, and he's actually, even though he's sort of like a tsundere, he cracks a little smile at this. And then Irma bows and says, "I hope we can get along, Mr. Then Calico says, "Oh, yeah, my name is Calico." Oh, you're much different than what I thought you would be from being the chairman's grandson. Then he goes back to his seat. Then Irma gives his speech, which goes like this. Okay, first of all, I'm not blood related to the chairman. I'm adopted. Which everyone says, huh? Oh, and my biological parents were murdered. Then two people that adopted me, then sold me off to Sullivan for enough money to live the rest of their lives comfortably without doing any work. Which then makes everyone, including the teachers, except for Sullivan, do a spit take because he already knows everything about this from Irma's assistant droid, which makes everyone spit take. Okay, but back to his speech. Oh, and just so you know, I don't like it when people when when strong demons pick on the weaker demons. I will do everything within my power, in other words, my strength, and any authority I might have to stop it. Bit. But I much rather prefer using peaceful methods to diffuse the situation. Oh, and I am going to also have an ambition. My ambition is to create and become the very first game warden in this demon world. They all remember saying, "What the heck is a game warden?" Then Iruma gives the explanation to what a game warden is. Oh, and just because someone is a member of the 13 Crowns or related, or even my adoptive grandfather or the other two who most likely to become demon lords, or even a demon lord of the past, I will stop anyone from hunting, and making sure no one hunts specific animals at specific times of the year, so that way their species can repopulate. And then Irma uses like a pseudo version of an intimidation attack from the anime Toriko to punctuate his point. Okay. So yeah. A mirage of a giant gargantuan creature that has the same kind of horns as Genyu, and its dark violet skin in also looking somewhat like the aliens from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2003 that Bishop used to scare the president by having them kidnap him, so he would give more funding to Bishop's division. Okay, now let's get back into the video. And the eyes are completely black. They're just all black. Nothing like all black. No pupils or whatever you want to call them. The part of the eye that shows what color eye you have. Okay? Anywho, then bada bing, bada boom, we do a time skip all the way to when Alice Asmodeus, which when I first heard his first name was Alice, I thought, wow, why? So I'm going to be keeping their names Asmodeus Alice. As Alice Asmodeus. Yes. But I will be gender bending her, the character. So Alice Asmodeus will be a girl, looking like a mini version of their mother. And that's really the only change I will be doing to the Asmodeus bloodline. Okay? So, yeah. Okay. Anyway, Asmodeus challenges Iruma to a fight. He accepts because he can tell that she's not going to be backing down from this. And his warrior code is something like this: I will never fight a female unless she attacks me without a just cause first, or she is a warrior. Yeah, so yeah. That's what his warrior code is. Okay. Now, let's see. Oh, and he will also not attack a woman who attacks him, but with justified causes. In other words, unjustified causes because, two examples, either because she just wanted to, or she thought she had the right to for some reason. Oh, I mean, no, wait, no. I mean, because she just likes hitting guys for fun. Justified cause would be like for accidentally like bailing into her and then getting a accidentally groping her, or accidentally slipping and then getting his face right between her legs. Now those are justified cause. Okay, anywho. Okay, the fight begins. Asmodeus Alice launches a fireball at him. Irma dodges it, and then let's see, does a palm thrust to her stomach, launching her several inches away. Then she retaliates with an even bigger one. And then he starts dodging like how Luffy does without the whole arm stretching thing. And thankfully, all of her Alice's shots are, well, hit the ground. But it doesn't make the ground catch on fire, because instead of a grassy area they're fighting in, it's a rocky area. You know, like cement slab is on the ground. And anywho, this happens for like a minute, and then that's when Iruma finally gets her Alice's rhythm down, which, if you've seen, let's see, History's Strongest Disciple Kenichi, then uses the Seikuken, but because while he was growing up on Earth in the human realm, he learned judo, karate, Muay Thai, Chinese Kempo, and weapon wielding. And I mean all different kinds of weapons. Swords, axes, knives of all kind, throwing knives of all kind, like shuriken and kunai. And of course every other weapon, even the more technological weapons like guns, of course, and I mean all types of guns. He's basically be able to quickly master everything. I guess you can say he has the level of intuition that is granted when someone uses the full might of Sharingan to understand techniques just by seeing them, and the ability of Gandalf from the familiar of Zero, which allows the user just to touch a weapon, and they can learn how they'll know instantly how to use it. That's it. But that doesn't count for like weapons that are used for like made for decorations. So yeah, that doesn't work for those kind of weapons. Okay. Okay, so then Irma then gets in close as Alice is about to launch a humongous fireball. Irma parries it, and then the girl that first gets a crush on Irma, who is somewhat of a stalker and who's the blonde-haired friend of that green dragon girl, is about to get hit. But then Irma uses super speed to get in front of her, and then yells out, "Ah!" and focuses key energy to create a barrier like Android 18 does in Dragon Ball Z Super. It stops it, and then he redirects it up into the sky. And then he uses the technique Bardock uses to, if you've ever seen the Dragon Ball Z special Bardock story, what he uses to get Lord Chill, Frieza's ancestor, off of planet Vegeta before the Saiyans even forcefully colonized it. Okay, let's see. And that makes a little bit of a boom. No smoke. It was just so intense that no smoke. That the smoke became, well, evaporated or cleared. Okay. And then, of course, this makes everyone shocked, and then Irma gets in close to Alice and then punches her right in the gut, full force, knocking her out. Then let's see. Oh, Calico comes and says, "Oh, and I thought you were different from friend, but I guess as he must have gotten to you, you are so in trouble, both of you. And I will be calling your mother, Alice." And then, bada bing, bada boom. At the end of the school, then we do a time skip to the next day. Bada bling, bada boom. Alice is waiting for him at the front of Sullivan's gate. Then she says, "Greetings, Master Irma." Oh, and just so you know, the voice that I'm going to be using for this gender-bent version of Alice will be the same voice that is used by Jessica Rabbit from the series and movie Roger Rabbit. So yeah, you can just imagine it. Or if you have never heard Jessica Rabbit, I suggest you watch either the series or the movie Roger Rabbit. Anywho, Personally, I would go with the movie. Because not only does it have background characters as like characters like Mickey Mouse, but also the Looney Tunes as background characters. It's a really good movie. I just cannot stress how good I think it is. Okay, let's see. Okay. Then Alice gives him. Then oh wait, no. Irma is shocked, and then Alice gives him the rundown on this. Rundown why she's there. Blah blah blah. Then as she's about to, then she brought out her wings. Blah 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 blah. Asks Irma why he's not bringing out his wings. Then he shows her his bare back, which actually makes Alice's blush, but also have bulgy eye. Her eyes bulge out of her socket, seeing, "Oh my, Master Irma, you seem to have that have that wing deficiency, birth defect." Then Irma says, "Yeah, I've heard it all before." Then she puts the wings away. Then she grovels, saying, "I apologize. I didn't know." Oh. Then Irma sighs, says, "It's okay. You didn't know. But then how do you get to school?" "Well, the first, I'll either use a carriage that Grandpa provides me, or I use a special my key to fly." Then she says, "Key? What kind of key does that?" "I'm not talking about like a key that you use to open or close or to lock things. I'm talking about like the energy you use to move around." I still don't see how that works. Basically, I condense my energy, put it under me, and since it's invisible, I can basically use it to fly. Watch, I'll show you. Floats up in the air slowly, and then rockets to school. Hey, Alice, catch me if you can." Then Alice raises to the challenge, brings out her wings, blah blah blah, then starts frantically flapping them to catch up to Irma. And everyone, when he gets there, everyone is shocked to see that he was flying without wings. Alice gets there a second later, but is heavily panting. And let's just say all the 13 crowns and their family are known to have a strenuous wing and tail exercises, and to see that Irma was able to outlast Alice, they are shocked, and many of them wonder what exactly kind of. Everyone knows exactly what kind of training regiment that the 13 Crowns and their family uses to strengthen their wings and tails. And let's just say it's like really hard and super physically and mentally draining. Then they wonder just how much more difficult is it to get up to that speed without using your wings to fly. And this makes them all gulp and shudder at this. They could only just imagine. Jin? Okay. Then Irma asks, Alice, are you okay? Yes, Master Irma. Okay, and she's on all fours. Then she gets into a sitting position. You're fast, Master. How did you get so fast? Then he simply says, obviously with training. Oh my. I should have guessed that. Do you mind if I train with you sometimes then? Oh, sure, Alice. Yes. Are you okay to walk on your own? No, just give me 5 minutes. I'm sorry, Alice, but for making you exert yourself so much, and well, you'll be late by then. That's okay. I don't mind. Then he pricks her Alice up bridal style, which makes her go fluorescent tomato red. Ed. And everyone is shocked to see that Irma would do that. Then he carries her to the classroom. Well, the area where they're shown their class assignments. Then he also carries her into the classroom, sets her down just outside of of the of the of their classroom entrance. And now, if I didn't say this, he will still have his auto dodging technique because his parents are still trash. Oh, and he didn't really, like in canon, he didn't really have a lot of friends because he was either training or just being used by other people because of his whole inability to not refuse anything. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so yeah, Irma gets into class, then the weapons start all, then either he starts blasting everything with blast from his hands, eyes, mouth, and completely annihilates every weapon, not even leaving ashes, which makes everyone say, "Wow, that is so cool! Not only did you dodge them, but you destroyed them without a trace." He's Sabnok says, "Well, I guess that means was correct making you my new rival after you humiliated Alice." Which makes everyone's sweat drop. Then Alice says, "Oh, you thought you thought me and you were rivals? Give me a break. And besides, even if you, me, and everyone in here, and all the teachers, and everyone in the student council, we couldn't even make Master Irma sweat even a droplet." Then Irma says, "Alice, knock it off. I'm sorry, Master Irma. Ma." Then everything goes like in canon, blah 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 blah. They go to their class, where they get their familiars. Everyone gets the same familiars they did in canon, but Irma's familiar will be a black, let's see, a black alicorn that is also part bicorn and Sleipnir. If you don't know what those are, bicorns are essentially the opposite of unicorns. Unicorns can be only ridden by pure maidens, while bicorns can only be ridden by impure maidens. If you want to know more, then just watch Overlord, at least up to season 1 or 2. And Sleipnirs are, those six-legged horses that in Norse mythology are drive coaches that are used by demigods and but mostly gods in mythology in Nordic or Viking mythology. Anywho, that's where I'm going to be leaving off. Like, comment, and subscribe, but I'm not doing it for that. Just doing it because I want to and for the entertainment value. Anyway, bye!